Hey guys, Buffing Game back today bringing a video, and today's going to be a bit of a different video. We're going over kind of the future of the channel here the next couple months, as well as just some talk in general about Modern Warfare 2, my expectations, just kind of speaking my mind about kind of where I'm expecting the game to go, things like that. But first off, we did have another early access campaign trailer today, which showed off what is that nighttime downtown city mission, and the context there. Basically, we've seen a lot of these shots already, so it's not worth covering in depth. Nothing really new here that I noticed as far as weapons or anything. Looks like it's downtown Chicago, potentially, is what I've heard people say. But there is some sort of hostage situation going on. If the missiles hit, then a lot of people will die in the city. So obviously a lot of high stakes going on there. It looks really cool. It reminds me of a lot of that Federation Day mission from Call of Duty Ghosts, just by the darkness, the dark city skyline, and rappelling down what is the outside of a skyscraper. So pretty excited for that. And then again, nothing really new there though that we've seen, but we are getting these intel drops. We did get some intel drops the other day, which we did see some people grab some screen caps of what is pick up the M16. So it looks like the M16 probably going to be its own weapon potentially. Really hard to tell. We did see some other screenshots that were captured of an AK, which did not have a Picatinny rail dust cover, just had a regular dust cover on there, probably with a dovetail mount on the left-hand side of the receiver for optics. So again, a lot of it we've seen though, we have seen Picatinny'd AKs with the AK-105, I believe. So we'll just have to wait and see. Obviously, there's going to be a lot of customization here, which we'll get our hands on with the beta. So speaking of future of the channel, so first off, this channel I never expected to kind of grow to where it is. I just started this off as a hobby, and here we are now approaching 34,000 subscribers. Thankfully, I was able to find my niche within the Call of Duty community, which I'm forever grateful to all of you for, allowing me to turn this into what is essentially now was a hobby and now is essentially a job, which I actually really, really enjoy doing, and I want to continue to grow this, obviously. We've kept this channel alive here for 3 years since Modern Warfare launched. So with 2 years of Modern Warfare 2 support, it should be a lot easier to create content. Obviously, after that first year of Modern Warfare, we got into the Cold War stuff and the Vanguard stuff. Warzone content was always still viable, but obviously things got really hard to cover. Not interested in covering really anything Cold War. Covered very, very little of Vanguard weapon conversions or anything like that. And then Warzone, again, having to just go back to a lot of different modern weapons, reusing them over and over. So you guys are seeing a lot of the same types of videos, things like that for the Warzone gameplay. And we've covered pretty much every conversion that I was actually interested in covering. I know there's probably some shotguns out there that we didn't quite cover specific conversions, but other than that, I mean, we covered just about everything here on this channel, which was awesome. So if you look at the amount of videos in the conversion playlist there for Modern Warfare, there's a lot, and some of those I put specific ones for blueprints and things like that in other playlists too. So was able to cover a lot of those. Really excited here for Modern Warfare 2, obviously. Now, that being said, I am, obviously you've noticed, kind of trickling content out when it's relevant to put the content out. If there's some big news drop or anything for Modern Warfare 2, I'll be making a video, but my content has obviously been more sporadic lately, obviously because we're gearing up for Modern Warfare 2 here, and I know it's going to be a very busy end of this year and into early next year, obviously, with all the video coverage that I'll be doing daily at that time. So just trying to bide my time and kind of enjoy, the end of this summer and the next, 20-ish days or so till Call of Duty Next. Because after Call of Duty Next on September 15th, obviously I'll be covering that, probably live streaming a lot of that event as well as having a video out. And then the very next day on the 16th, here for PlayStation 5, I'll be having the beta access. So that's when we're going to start our coverage, is really on September 15th with COD Next. Even though I'm not going to be there in person, I'll be live streaming the event probably here on YouTube. And then we're jumping right into coverage, obviously, with all the beta stuff. So I'll be breaking down a lot of things. And we'll obviously have, I do have, because I digitally pre-ordered, I will have early access to the campaign on October 20th. So I'll be doing a live stream playthrough of that is the plan. As soon as that drops, I'll be doing the live stream. We'll play through the whole thing. I'll be making content out of that, probably for that week, and what to expect for the multiplayer, Warzone, DMZ, etc., which we'll obviously have much more information on all of this after Call of Duty Next event on the 15th of September. But I'll be doing the single player, and I'll probably be doing that. That's going to be up to you guys. I'll do a poll if you guys want commentary and my webcam on during the playthrough, or you just want a realistic, gritty playthrough. If you want me talking during it, I'll obviously do that. The plan is to play through it, and then I'll go back and pull out specific missions and do specific videos on those, more in-depth on those missions, things like that. Kind of like I did with the Wolf's Den mission just the other day for that Bin Laden raid, which is obviously what that was based off of. So I think it's going to be really good to have that dedicated time to focus on the single player campaign for Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2. Campaign for all of Call of Duty's is really something I've always loved. It has something, a special place in my heart, obviously, since COD 4's infamous campaign. I've been playing the Call of Duties well before that, but COD 4 had a very special campaign, and I think pretty much everything since, with the exception of maybe one or two here and there, have just always had a very compelling story, and I'm excited to see kind of where this story goes, especially as it seems like it is heavily based on things like Sicario, Clear and Present Danger, some Ghost Recon Wildlands type stuff there. So I'm really excited to jump into this campaign, and then on the 28th, we'll be jumping into multiplayer. So I'll be streaming a lot more on Twitch after that time, having weapon conversions out daily is the plan, going through the gunsmith, how to gunsmith, all this stuff. We're going to have so many content videos for weapon conversions, variations, things like that, which I'm really looking forward to. It's been tough not being able to make those types of videos for you guys, which is obviously how I started here on YouTube, is really where I took off, and that's what I love doing. So not really having the content to do that with has kind of not been fun. Obviously, I've been making it work, and you guys are here to support me, which is amazing. And like I said, I can't thank you all enough. So it's going to be really good when I actually have good content that I'm passionate about to give you, and we can get really in-depth and nerdy with all the weapons, all the conversions, variations, things like that. So as you guys probably seen by now, all my content's often imitated but never replicated. So it's very unique. I'm thankful that I have that knowledge. Obviously, I've never scripted any videos. I've very, very rarely written anything down for bullet points as to things I'm covering. Pretty much every single video you guys have seen is off the top of my head, which obviously just speaks to my passion about, you know, the stuff that I'm covering. So I'm glad you guys are all here and have been here with me. I'm excited for this channel to blow up here for the end of this year, especially with Modern Warfare came out in 2019 there. I think the night I was streaming the campaign, I had a total of 124 subscribers on YouTube, and about 2 days later, I was well over 1,000, and a couple weeks later, I was, you know, by I think before around Christmas break time, I was pushing 13,000. So really big turnaround. I remember I was getting like 1,000 subscribers a night after some videos were posting. Had some really big videos there. My biggest video still is the all M4 weapon conversions, or all M4 builds that I did, which is sitting at over 500,000 views still, which is just crazy to think about. Where I just nerded out and went through every single pre-season 1 M4 build and variation you could make here in Modern Warfare 2. So I'm excited for that. Now, another thing here, channel membership. So you guys probably will be seeing that join button pop up here eventually. I would like to launch that before we get into Call of Duty next, but obviously I want it to be something that you are all getting something out of, different tiers for joining. My goal is to bring this channel to the next level, and to do so, you know, obviously because I do work full-time, I do have a life outside of not only my full-time job, but also outside of YouTube, where a lot of priorities lie. So eventually I want this channel obviously to, you know, be something I could potentially do more than just part-time. Again, not make or break, but regardless, my setup is pretty bare bones here. I'm doing things not with the latest and greatest stuff. So all those channel memberships, anything like that, is going to go, you know, back into the setup, the different stuff. Updated computer, maybe microphone, camera, backgrounds, whether or not I continue with the green screen or not. I also have plans. I'd like to bring more content like real world at gun ranges, things like that. So any of those join memberships that I end up coming out with, obviously I want you guys to have incentive to buy them. I think, you know, one of them I've been in touch with a company that makes patches, so I think it'd be really cool for the top tiers to get their own customized patches for Buffner Gaming. That's something I would like to do. So just keep that in mind. If you guys do see that, I'll make a video specifically when I announce and go through things. But again, nothing you guys need to feel obligated to do. It's just there, in case, and to kind of allow for more give back to you guys in the channel, as well as more consistent revenue, because everything's kind of an ebb and flow with the content for games that's out there. I don't make a lot of money on this at all. But especially when we have content that's been the past 2 years being Cold War and Vanguard, there's, my channel's barely been surviving. I think I've been doing just enough to, obviously, you can see with the Modern Warfare 2 content lately, those videos blow up. So obviously I'm still relevant in that space. So Modern Warfare 2 is going to be some much needed relief because my channel has been on the brink of death for quite a while there. So again, thank you everybody for staying with me. I'm excited for Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2. I'm excited for Warzone 2. Everything that has to come with Modern Warfare 2, specifically DMZ, whatever that turns out to be, we don't know anything yet. The concept, in theory, sounds great. It's really exciting to me because that's kind of, that extraction type Tarkov-esque game mode is really what I would prefer and how I play the game. It's really, me playing Tarkov prior to Warzone even releasing. So when Warzone came out, a lot of those old solo videos you guys see, the tactics I use is everything I brought over from Tarkov at the time. So specifically with the solo videos, out positioning, when you're in a firefight, shoot and move and reposition so they don't know. They're going to think you're in the same spot and you've already shifted on their flank. Things like that. Just a lot of small details that I took from Tarkov and that I learned from Tarkov that I applied to Warzone, specifically in Warzone solos, which made me a good player for that mode on Verdansk. So I'm excited for it if there is an actual extraction game mode being DMZ. Depending on what it is, how it is, however good or bad it is, it's going to be something new, something interesting. We have things, even with Warzone 2, we've heard a lot of rumors that it's not going to be the same as Warzone. You'll be able to get your loadouts, but they have to happen you have to complete different missions, and they can only happen in strongholds, things like that. So again, we're going to find out all this by the time COD Next rolls around. We'll know all of this. And really that's kind of where we'll go from there, is we'll know kind of what we're going to be expecting in the next month or two after COD Next, and then we'll get ready. I'll plan the content around that, and we'll dive into it. So just wanted to kind of bring that up. A lot of Modern Warfare 2 stuff upcoming. So if you guys notice I'm not posting every day, that's really why. I just want to let you guys know. We're getting ready to obviously just go balls to the wall here in the next month. Really about 20 days. We're going to just be going crazy with content. So trying to rest up and enjoy what's left of the remainder of the summer and the year before get into the daily grind of content. So let me know your thoughts down below. How excited are you for Modern Warfare 2? What are you guys most excited for Modern Warfare 2? Whether it's the campaign, the multiplayer, the Warzone 2, DMZ, ground war, hostage rescue modes, realism. There's going to be so much with this game, which is another thing I think will add to the longevity of the game's life cycle, especially with 2 years of support, the different weapons, different operators, just so much with this game. I have high expectations, and I think it's going to be easily the best Call of Duty hands down ever, as well as probably one of the best FPSs ever as well, because I think Modern Warfare did a lot of things right. It also did a lot of things wrong, which I'm hoping they learn from, and one of those being don't let Raven be in charge of anything. So we'll have to wait and see what happens with this. Again, really excited. Thank you guys for the support. I just want to give you the channel update and just kind of talk about what I'm excited for here. And obviously there's going to be a lot to cover. We'll be doing a lot of more live streams once the game comes out, a lot more community events where we would do our custom matches at the end of live streams, things like that. We'll be doing a lot more of that stuff going forward. So again, let me know what you're excited for. What would you even want to see for channel membership options? For price points, I haven't even thought about that yet, but for rewards, if you guys have something in mind, put that down below. Give me your opinions. Let me know your thoughts overall about what you're thinking with Call of Duty in general, this channel, what you want to see, etc. going forward. Till next time, this is Buffner Gaming, out.